Hola estudiantes, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están? Saludos, hola, 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 ¿qué tal? Bienvenidos y bienvenidas a la clase de español. Okay, welcome to the class again. Y hoy tenemos nuestra clase número 6, ¿verdad? Nuestra clase número 6. And I wanted to record this video to help you with the digestion of the information. Okay, so I wanted to review and talk about one extremely important aspect of the Spanish learning process. In Spanish, we are going to find two approaches, the formal and then the informal approach. Okay, so I posted under today's folder a review, okay, about the uso formal e informal. It's a short, basically, a review where I give you two questions. Okay, two questions. One is ¿Cómo estás? And the other one is ¿Cómo está usted? Okay, so I want you to think about those two questions and find what is different. Go back to Blackboard, open the folder, okay, of today's class, and take a look at those two questions. ¿Cómo estás? And ¿cómo está usted? Without the S. Okay? So, when we're going to use ¿cómo estás? That's going to be used when we need to use the informal approach, meaning we're talking to kids, we're talking to friends, okay? We're talking to people who we know, okay? We're acquainted with them, okay? Now, ¿cómo está usted is implying respect, okay? And we use that form when we're talking to our older people, okay? For example, if we're talking to a judge, a doctor, a professor, we need to use the formal approach. Okay, so I gave you some pictures there to help you in the process of recognizing the two approaches. Okay, one will be formal when we're talking to elders and when we're talking to people that we don't know. Okay, so if we go to an office and if we need to talk to the secretary, the approach will be formal. Okay, bien, and if we're talking to our friends, then it will be informal. Okay, ¿cómo estás? That will be informal. And ¿cómo está? Without the S, ¿cómo está usted? Will be formal. Okay, now what else? Also, we started to talk about nationalities. And at this point, you should be acquainted with the question, ¿De dónde eres? By the way, you hear the S? It's because when I use that, I'm using the informal approach. ¿De dónde eres? If I want to use the formal approach, ¿de dónde es? ES, ¿ok? ¿De dónde es usted? ¿De dónde eres? It will be informal, okay? Now, since I'm talking to you and I'm using the formal approach, I'm going to use eres, okay? ¿De dónde eres? Bien, so to reply, you use soy, ¿verdad? Soy de. You need the de because you need to say from, okay? Yo soy de, and then you say the place, okay, the country. Por ejemplo, Estados Unidos. Estados Unidos. ¿De dónde eres? Yo soy de Estados Unidos, United States. Okay? Estados Unidos. And then, if I want to mention the nationality, okay, the nationality, I'm going to say soy estado. I'm going to eliminate the S and I'm going to put those two words together. Estadounidense. And then I'm going to do some changes at the end. So pay attention to that, okay? Estadounidense. Ense is at the end. I eliminate OS, okay? And then I plug in ense, E-N-S-E, okay? Again, ¿de dónde eres? Soy de Estados Unidos. Soy estadounidense. Muy bien. So that's about formal and informal and nationality. Now, today we're going to start talking about professions. Okay, so our question now will be, ¿qué haces? ¿Qué haces? ¿Qué haces? And I'm using the informal approach. ¿Qué haces? If I want to use the formal, it will be ¿qué hace? Without the S, okay? Bien, so take a look at some professions that I gave you. Profesor, profesora, médico, médica, enfermero, enfermera, escritor, escritora. So I'm pretty sure that you're acquainted with all of them, with the exception probably of enfermero, enfermera, that's a nurse, ¿verdad? Escritor o escritora, remember, no. Escritor o escritora, let me give you that one. That will be a writer, okay? Bien, so take a look at the end of those words. Profesor, profesora, médico, médica, enfermero, enfermera, escritor, escritora. So, what is happening when the profession is intended for a woman? What is going on? So we use an A, okay? Profesor, masculine. Profesora, feminine. Médico, masculine. Médica, feminine. Enfermero, again, the nurse, masculine. Enfermera, nurse, femenino, feminine. Escritor, masculine. Escritora, feminine. Bien. Okay, so what we're going to do today, I want you to go to page 24 and do exercise 1.11. Okay, so instead of working with a partner, as the instructions in the book says, you're going to work on your own. Okay, and you're going to identify the professions of these, okay, of these people, okay. Once you're done with that, you can use the answer key. Don't cheat, okay? Use the answer key. It's under those pictures, okay? And at the end, I want you to learn the new vocabulary to express professions. Ingeniero, ingeniera. Profesor, profesora. Futbolista, futbolista. You see, that one is used for both because it's ending with ista, okay? Médico, médica. Escritor, escritora. Cantante, and then cantante. It's ending with E, so stays the same for both. Actor, actriz. Tenista, tenista. Is ending with ista as futbolista, so it stays the same. And then estudiante, estudiante is ending with e, so it stays for both. Okay, bien. And after that, after reviewing that and studying the professions, I want you to complete on page 24, 112 and 113. Okay, and then you can check your answers. Okay, after that, please go and learn the expressions. Review some of them, like ¿cómo te llamas? And then me llamo, blah, blah, blah. ¿De dónde eres? Soy de blah, blah, blah. And then the two new questions for this week. ¿Dónde vives? ¿Dónde vives? Pay attention. The question that we learned already is ¿de dónde eres? And that's to request origin. Now, ¿dónde vives? Is to request, basically, to ask the person, where do you live? Okay, bien. So, ¿dónde vives? Vivo en Nueva York. Vivo en la calle, and then you mention the street name. Vivo en Queens. Vivo en Brooklyn. ¿Y qué haces? ¿Qué haces? What do you do for a living? ¿Qué haces? And then you say, yo soy, or soy by itself. Now you're going to use the soy sauce that you can find in a Chinese or Japanese restaurant. Sometimes it's good to make connections with things that we already know, like the soy sauce, because it's going to help you to recall new information. Okay, and also to uh, to keep it in your brain, like to add that one um, to your memory. Okay, so please do things like that. Okay. ¿Qué haces? Soy estudiante, soy doctor, soy doctora, soy médico, soy enfermera, ¿verdad? Bien. And after that, I want you to go to page 25 and do exercise 114. You're going to complete the dialogues and then you can verify your answers. Okay. Once you are acquainted with questions like ¿cómo te llamas? ¿De dónde eres? ¿Dónde vives? ¿Qué haces? Then I want you to proceed to go to the voice thread, okay? And then you are going to take a look at 4 pictures that I provide to you, and then you're going to assume that you are that person, okay? And then you're talking about you. You're going to mention your name in Spanish, so create a name, your nationality, and then your profession. Okay, use the hints that are given to you in the picture. Okay, um, and then the last thing that we're going to do is to start, only to start with numbers, okay? Because eventually we want to ask, how old are you? ¿Cuántos años tienes? And then you can say, tengo 20 años, tengo 19 años, etc., etc. So start little by little, recording, well, memorizing the the numbers. Okay. Once you're done with that, and then you can proceed to complete the quiz number 5.